buckle. Thank you once again for catching the hashtag replay. I promise y'all I'm not going to be before you long, but before we begin, as you already know, I wrote a book called The Cyborg Redeemer. It's a science fiction retelling of the Book of Ruth in the Bible. Click the link in the description and download the e-copy. You won't regret it. I am going to go live and read stuff out of this book so y'all can, know what's in it. But without further delay, let's begin, y'all. And when I end, I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. So this is Wonder Man episode 7. This is a mini-series. Jump right into it, shall we, y'all? Okay, y'all. So the episode begins with production of Wonder Man begins. While Simon Williams excels in front of the camera, he struggles off set. Simon was annoying me. He finds it difficult to connect with the crew and articulate his ideas about the script, often retreating inward. Slattery steps in as an intermediary, helping translate Simon's instincts into usable and smooth over tension. Here's the thing, y'all. Simon's one of those people that gets in his own way. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's trying to hide his superhero powers, but it's like you need to learn how to control them so you can be in these certain situations and not pop off. We're going to get to that. So it says Janelle drops unsettling news. Now, before we get there, Janelle invites Simon and Trevor out to dinner. And now Simon gets to finally meet the team because he booked like a big blockbuster movie. And they're telling him, hey, we got a show with Shonda Rhimes we want you to do. And Trevor's like, well, Simon, maybe you should go back to do theater. And he was like, yeah. And Janelle's looking at him like, dude, you've been doing theater. It's time to move away from theater. Let's do something different. And he's like, no, no, no. And I'm just like, I'm serious, y'all. This was me the entire time. Like, Simon gets in his own way and he gets super, 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 super annoying that I don't even want to deal with it. I'm like, this is so cringeworthy. Fast forward. Sudoku. But y'all, while they are there, y'all, Janelle does drop unsettling news that the New York Times journalist Kathy Friedman is writing a profile about Simon Slattery. Simon spirals. He describes Friedman as a character assassin, convinced she'll uncover his powers and expose him. His anxiety worsens when he learns Friedman has already spoken with Martha, his mom, Vivian, his ex, and Eric, his brother. Here's the thing, you guys. If Simon was to have just controlled his powers when he was younger, he wouldn't be in this situation. He would be able to fly stealth, go throughout this audition, go throughout this time, but instead, him being able to control his powers directly links to him overthinking and overanalyzing, and substantially and consequently, he starts to self-sabotage himself. And I'm like, here we go. Now, y'all, it says Vivian later admits to Simon that she knows about his powers, which was good, but insists she didn't reveal anything to Freeman. Still, the sense of being hunted doesn't fade. Y'all, of course, Vivian found out because it's not hard when people lose their cool to see what you're able to do. The thing is, y'all, is that you're going to have to find people to tell. When you have these type of powers, you are going to have to find some folk to tell because it's life. Now, it says, during Friedman's joint interview with Simon and Slattery, because we cut back to this, you guys, because Simon's trying to act like he's really into the crew and knows all their stuff, and he finds out things about them to act like he really cares. I'm like, dude, you doing too much. I ain't doing all that. If you want to write about me. I'm not doing all of that. It's not worth it, and it's not needed. Like, who's really about to sit there and be like, oh, I know your name, I know your name, I know. Now, as a teacher, I probably would learn everybody's name because I just kind of had to, because it's, something I had to do, but I'm just like, I'd have saw right through them. Like, boy, you don't, I'd have told him to his face, boy, you don't do that. I love you, but you don't do that. But it says, during a joint interview with Simon and Slattery, Simon is caught off guard when Friedman mentions that Eric actually spoke highly of him, contradicting Simon's long-held belief that his brother only sees him as a failure. Now, I kind of understand Eric would have had his back because, your brother landed this, this superhero film. This is blockbuster. This is an Academy Award-winning director. You're going to want that for your brother. So I totally understand why he did that. But once again, I wish I might flee from a country only to sell insurance. I'm not doing that. I'm staying in that country. I'm just going to stay in that country. That's what I'm going to do. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. Y'all grown. Although I know most of the people that watch me aren't grown, but y'all can do whatever your parents want until you get grown. There you go. As at the moment, Brent saw until Friedman's tension turns to Slattery, y'all. This is good. How you doing there, Cam? Make sure you like y'all the video. And y'all stick around because I have a funny story that happened to me. And so, y'all, during the, I'll say, y'all, she presses Slattery about his recent arrest and pointedly asks what kind of government deal he cut out to avoid jail time. Slattery immediately ends the interview and storms off. Y'all, she did this stuff so well. How y'all doing? If you're coming in, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe. But y'all, I love how Friedman do it. She was like, oh, so you were arrested. He was like, I wasn't arrested. She was like, you're not. Click, click, click. Here you go. And showed him right on the screen that he was being arrested. Like, later he was like, that's not me. And she's like, yes, it is you. You was arrested. And the Department of Damage Control offered you a deal. Did they or did they not? Like, she was putting him all on blast. She knew what she was doing. She was stirring the pot. But I like people that stir the pot, y'all, because I be sometimes wanting to stir the pot a little bit. I do it. Hi, crazy kids. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Stay on there. Y'all, when Simon confronts him, Slattery finally tells the truth that he did accept the deal to spy on Simon. He insists he never intended to go that far, but you know, life happens, y'all. So Simon is totally upset that he thought that his friend that he knew he should have never trusted to begin with, because he never gave him a reason to, ended up selling him out. And now being betrayed and lifelong loneliness become too much, y'all. He ends up blowing up the stage. Yeah, he blew up the entire stage because he cannot control his powers. And yes, y'all, get them likes up. And yes, y'all, that was honestly it. I didn't like this episode. It was very cringy. It was very hard to watch. It gave me fourth-hand embarrassment. But now that I got you guys here, of course, you guys know if you click the link, I wrote an ebook, science fiction. Go download it. Get them likes up. I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe. But I want to leave y'all with a funny story. So today I was driving and I ran a red light in front of a police officer. Yeah, I ran a red light in front of the police officer. Yep, he was right there. Car was facing me. That police car was facing me. So as I ran it, he proceeds to turn left. I'm thinking that this police officer is about to pull me over. So I just quietly got to the side, waiting to get pulled over. Why did the police officer just drive past me? When I tell y'all I couldn't have been more happy, I was like, yes, Lord, thank you, Jesus. I know you're there. I know you're watching out for me, because the fact that I ran a red light in front of a police officer and did not get caught, I was happy. I knew God was good and greatly to be praised, y'all. But let me know what y'all think of Wonder Man. I got one more episode left, and then after that, I'm going to be reading excerpts from my book. I'm also going to be reviewing live action One Piece, live action Avatar, because I love those, y'all. So get those likes up, y'all. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, come back. Your favorite uncle loves you always. And once again, click the link in the description box and get my ebook, my science fiction ebook. Favorite uncle loves you always. Nothing you can do about it. Bye.